11 o'clock, and then the winds will
Nicholas
start to pick
Fagese
up.
reporting, CNN iReport misses, also known as the governor, documenting the superstorm heading towards the East Coast.
The ground, a lot of big trees in this area that will probably topple over and fall onto electrical lines, and you know what that means, massive power outages. I'll be in Old Town Alexandria later this afternoon, bringing you updates from there. If you want a sense of just how seriously local officials are taking this approaching storm, consider this. The New Jersey Weather Service issued this dire warning yesterday for anyone ignoring evacuation orders. If you are reluctant, think about the rescue recovery teams who will rescue you if you are injured or recover your remains if you do not survive. And listen to what Connecticut's governor said earlier on CNN.
We expect today's tide, the one at noon today, could be in the area of the 1992 perfect storm back up in Long Island Sound. That's going to be a big wake-up call for people if that happens as to what tonight could be, which is far worse.
All right, we don't know if the crew of the HMS Bounty heeded the warnings, but we do know they are in big trouble this morning. They are in the water 90 miles off the coast of Cape Hatteras, North Carolina. They're sitting in lifeboats waiting to be rescued. The HMS Bounty is a Hollywood ship. It's a replica of an historic ship used in the movie Pirates of the Caribbean. It was also used in Mutiny on the Bounty years and years ago. The crew was trying to escape the storm, but got caught up in it instead. CNN's Sandra Endo is in Ocean City, Maryland. I believe we have Lieutenant General Russell Honoré on the phone as well. Hopefully we have you, General. But let's start with Sandra. Sandra, is it possible with weather conditions like this to rescue these people?
It's very hard to hear you, Carol, but the weather conditions here in Ocean City have not let up. They've actually gotten worse. The temperature has dropped. The wind and the rain is just relentless. For the past 24 hours now, we have just been pounded, and this is just the outer band of Hurricane Sandy. We are expected to hear from town officials who are meeting with Coast Guard officials as well to give us the very latest on the conditions. But take a look behind me. This is the big threat right now, and this is the coastal tide, and it's high tide right now. The massive waves are crashing down onto shore. You can see the beach erode right before our eyes. There was a fencing there. That has been washed away, and you can see the waves come over this protective sand dune and actually flood the area right in front of these waterfront properties. And that's obviously a big concern for residents and town officials here. They're concerned about the storm surge and the flooding, and that's obviously something they're going to keep a watchful eye on. But clearly, the combination between high tide, the full moon, which makes it even higher tide, and also the long, lingering effect of Hurricane Sandy is all a combination for potential disaster. Carol.
Sandra, I also wanted to ask you about those people who are waiting to be rescued off the coast of North Carolina. I know that you talked to the Coast Guard earlier today. What is the Coast Guard telling you about those people?
Well, some good news about that, Carol. The 17 members, the crew members on board that vessel that was taking on water about 90 miles off the shore of North Carolina, they are in lifeboats. They have abandoned ship, and they are trying to make their way back to land. So a rescue effort is underway to try to get those people back to shore safely, but clearly not ideal conditions. I think there are like 18 feet waves that they're battling with. So clearly some good news, though, that they are off that vessel that was taking in water. Carol.
Nicholas Fagese reporting, also known as the governor, reporting. CNN iReport misses. I want to make sure everyone stays safe on the East Coast. Nicholas Fagese reporting. CNN iReport misses, also known as the governor.
That's a good